talking, it really does help. But I can't like overwrite the music that's coming out of the.
Yeah.
So. I tried it once. I don't know. Put some sounds and I just.
Yeah.
You can keep talking, but we'll start. Yeah, I know. Chatty Cathy is over here. So we'll start on the end of our mats. We'll get ourselves a little warmed up here. Reaching high up to the ceiling. Full body stretch. Rolling it forward. Nice flat back to start. You won't be able to reach as far in your flat back, but you can feel a nice big stretch on the back side of your leg. Be gentle and then roll yourself down. Reaching the hands down to the floor. Soft bended knee if you need it as you walk yourself up to a nice high plank. Pulling that core all the way in. No mountains, no valleys. You know the drill. Holding that nice strong plank. From here, you're going to shift into a downward dog, correcting those heels, adjusting those hands as needed. Heels might not touch the ground, but they're kind of headed in that direction. Then shift back into a nice plank, taking the opposite, taking the knee to the opposite elbow and a little twist. And a little twist to the other side, back to that plank, walking ourselves all the way back to the feet. Rolling it up, reaching high towards the ceiling. Oh, that's nice. Oh, rolling it down, flat back. Check the mirror. You can go for flat back. I definitely cannot go this far. But I feel a nice stretch in the back of my legs. Rolling it down. Rolling it down to the floor, soften the knee, and keep it walking yourself all the way out to a nice strong plank. If at any point the plank is bothering your wrists, you can always go to your elbows or to your knees. You can pick whichever one works for you. And shifting it back. And stretch all the back side of our legs.
Oh, good.
And bringing it forward to plank. Pulling that knee across. And across on the other side. Nice strong plank. From your knees or from your toes. Tricep push up into a nice little upward dog. Oh, very nice. Hang out there for a second. And shifting back on your toes into that plank, pulling one knee, do a quick little pigeon. Really waking up all the muscle groups. And just hanging out there for a second. Plank to switch sides. Opposite whatever you started with. Oh, bringing it back to a nice strong plank. Walking yourself all the way back. Take your time. Roll yourself up. And find your snatch. Wherever you decided to leave it. I feel like we just like catch every couple of weeks. You know, fun. So give yourself a little space if you need it. I know Matt's and I feel like we're a little close there. All right, so you can kind of do this however intense you want to make your stand ball. So if you want to bring it up and over your head, just make sure your rib cage stays down, and then snap it on the floor. I'm not counting how many smashes you do here. Use good posture to pick it up off the floor as you bring it back up over your head. Smash it in. Sorry.
That's fine. Like I said, we should go.
Okay. Yourself a little challenge, not challenge, but challenge your posture. Go to the side, back down to the side, X follow. As you pick it up, back to the middle, smash it to the other side, X follow, good posture, pick it up. And then you can always go back to the middle, play with it a little bit. Do the middle. This might actually, work up a little bit.
Don't know where to go.
Oh, get yourself in one more good smash. Front side here. Go. You can just throw that ball somewhere else. Grab your band. Just stay standing. Loop that band around the bottom of your shoe. Make sure you got it on there good. Okay. Play with your tension a little bit here. Then you should take a few steps to the side. A few steps to the other side. Around the room if you want to. I'm just gonna stay like in the camera, but you can move. Move Mitchell. Picked a rough band there. Oh, some do Max. Really feeling the sides of those hips.
Sorry, there's only one minute left.
Ah,
It's okay.
he's leaving you with the.
I'll take it. Watch this.
Unstable hips when you walk. So, I would say Max, though, you have stable hips, but you have by far the most flexible hips up here.
Dang her.
I know, I'm just saying.
It's a nice singing. I got the torch. What's the date?
Yes, you have dorsiflexion in your ankles.
Dorsiflexion.
Yes.
Did she teach you that word? Yes, I didn't. I forgot. Here, I'll try to Google it later. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's the amount of flexion like that your ankles can do, and that kind of determines how low you can go in a squat. But your squat isn't all your hips.
And well,
It's-
squats.
Your ankles have to be able to go with it, and so some people can just go further to the front.
Well, you probably heard like the popular squat thing, like the fast to the grass.
Yeah, but not everybody can do that.
True.
All right, so I've got to move a second, but find yourself a spot in front of your mirror, or just sideways, so you can check your posture here. So butt goes back. This is your pull, so adjust your band as needed, and you're going to pull up, kind of pulling those shoulder blades together. So using some of those muscles that we like to slouch at our desk. Or at least I like to slouch at my desk. Keeping that core engaged.
Are these more curls or?
Relax your neck. It's a pull with your back.
Okay, so like.
Yeah, yeah, like a rub. Yeah. We'll feel a nice squeeze in the lats. Five more good ones. Five. 3, 2, and 1. I like the bands because they give us like a different like resistance than like a hand weight does every once in a while. I'm gonna use all these things now because you like kind of made it a challenge.
Kind of called you.
I know you kind of called me out on all the toys. So grab your bar. Again, I want to go sideways to the mirror so that I can watch my posture, protect my back. Keeping that bar, skimming it along the shin. You're gonna go down into a forward deadlift. So not a squat, a deadlift. So soft bend in your knee, straight along your shins. Watch your back in the mirror. As soon as your back does like this business, you've gone too far. You want to keep it nice and straight. A neutral spine. All the hinging is occurring at the hips. So on your way up, you don't have to like overly squeeze your butt cheeks together. They're already working. Just let it happen.
I feel like I'm doing this so wrong. Just keep looking at.
I know, because you kind of are. You're doing more of a.
Max is used to deadlifting a
I
lot,
know.
or else we've not used to.
I know. So turn sideways so you can watch yourself in the mirror. Now hinge at the hips. Go forward. Go forward. Don't bend your knees yet. Soft bend. There you go. Stop and come up. There you go. So you're just adding a little bit more of a bend in the knee than what we are. We have a soft bend, but we're not really bending in our knee. We're hinging at the hips. Our hamstrings are doing a big pull on the way up. And then it's a little bit of glute at the top, but it's not a ton of glutes. And you don't need to squeeze your, like some people like to do this, like squeeze their butt. You don't need to do that. What is that doing? Absolutely nothing. Core is engaged the entire time. That's going to protect your back. Very nice. Go ahead, carefully set that down. We'll get a chance to practice it again. Grab your band. Uh-oh, Max needs a drink. All right, so grabbing your band, moving it under your foot. We're gonna go for 1 minute of side to side. I don't really care how many you do or how many to each side you do. Adjusting the attention as you need it. One little bicep workout. You could also do that in the band. You can just holding the band, a little bit of a bicep workout.
Yeah, holding all these bands hurts my bicep. Oh, okay.
Got 20 more seconds.
Starts to healing. It's gonna be healing. Sweet. I sure it is.
Might be both.
Oh, I almost did.
3, 2, and 1. We'll go sideways here. And you're going to do your pull for 1 minute. So bringing those shoulder blades kind of back in together. I'm not saying squeeze because I don't want you to like literally like arch your chest just to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Going at your pace, adjusting the resistance as you need it. Have that nice little band that can do that for you.
Hey, girl, you're making me sore today, all right?
Sorry.
That's okay. I get it.
Gotta see around your head, Max.
Yeah, I've been pretty bad about that. Oh, lazy. I did like the complete opposite of my New Year's resolution.
Oh, no.
I worked out less.
So Olivia told me that, because I said, okay, at the start of the new year, it didn't really seem like there was anyone more in the gym. And she said that's because people aren't making fitness resolutions this year. They're like outdated. All right, setting your hand down.
I think people feel judged for coming first day.
That could be.
They wait a-
Carefully grabbing your bar, because really there was no extra people up there.
Except.
No, I mean, but I would consider you kind of a regular, like a face that I'm used to seeing.
Mitch and I are the same. We like fall out for a little bit, then we come back.
All right, 1 minute. Going at your pace. Doesn't have to be fast, but really working on that hinge in the hips, keeping that core engaged, good posture, so that when you do things in real life, you don't do them from your back. Like when you pick up groceries, or your child, or your dog, or your cat, or I don't know what else, something off the floor. I really do use Aria though as my weight sometimes. I can hold her and do a proper squat and pick up something off the floor. She's a good little workout baby.
Accountability, baby.
Yeah, she is. She's 21 pounds of extra weight.
Isn't she almost like 21 months? Or something?
She's 19 months. Yeah. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Carefully set down that bar to the side. The band to the side. I'm going to bring it down to the floor. I'm going to bring my weight kind of nearby so that I have them. Let's do a quick little core activation before we go too far into core exercises. So, on your exhale, feel that rib cage go down. Feel that lower back gently pressing into the floor as you bring your feet up into tabletop. So, feeling that core activate, dropping heels down to the floor, switching sides. Not a hip flexor exercise. You're really focusing on keeping that rib cage down, keeping that core active, keeping that neck out of it. It is not joined. It is not invited to this. Tell it to relax. Remembering to breathe, your core should be able to stay active throughout your breathing.
I went to the good dog beach on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that they had a dog beach.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
I knew that Kirk Park had one.
Just like it's not like it's pet stuff or anything,
Okay.
but just dogs go out.
Oh, is the lake frozen?
No,
No.
I thought it would be, but it looked like it melted all over the whole.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, you should be feeling that core. So we're going to grab your heavier set of weights. So we did pull, so now we're going to do push. If you would like a little extra core activation, you can keep your legs here at 90 degrees. You can alternate dropping a leg to the floor. You can do a straight leg to the floor. You can just try to hold your legs straight while you do a chest press. So we're going to do the opposite of what we just did, which is pulling, and we're going to push. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those weights down, carefully setting them by your side, rolling yourself up to a seated position. You're gonna have a lot of options here in this seated position to make this yours. You have the choice of grabbing extra hand weights here. You can keep your heel down on the floor. You can pick your heels up if you're feeling like you really want to challenge. But if you pick your heels up, your hip flexors are not joined to the party. You have to still be able to focus on your core. I can tell you right now, I will lose focus on my core if I do that today. You know, some days are just different than others. You're going to take your little hand weights or no hand weights, and you're going to go down to the side and then punch it forward, down to the side, punch it forward. So you are getting a lot of core, a little twisting so that you can get that obliques. And watch those hip flexors. They like to join in. I found that I'm actually punching like across my body in case you, oh my gosh, and I just did both arms together backwards. I don't know why. Don't watch what I just did. I was talking too much and just did something random.
Now we have to end the Teams meeting, so we're.
All right. Carefully roll yourself all the way back because it's Tuesday and you never know if Brandon might watch this online. Even though it's 6, choose your weight for triceps. So I'm just gonna hold on to my freeze for right now, but you could go with a little bit of a heavier weight, dropping it onto your forehead, don't hit yourself in the face. Bending at the elbow, wrist, tricep. I kind of started at an awkward time today, so now every time I look at my watch, I'm just like, wait, what's it all? Plus, you know, I just like triceps because I don't want to have flabby arms.
And wings.
Exactly, I don't want those. So. Yeah. You know, someone's gonna sneak up on this, but I'm working on some of that right now. I'm just saying.
I'm in denial.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Let's do 10 more good ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Again, switching out your weights to your heavier weights. You could stay with your light weights. It's totally up to you. Adding as much as core as what you would prefer. So tabletop, legs straight, alternating legs down to the ground. Whichever one is going to suit you today. For 20 reps. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully setting those weights down to your side, grabbing your leg weights. Once you bring yourself up to a nice seated position, you're gonna hold those weights out in front like a little tray, shall we say. And you're gonna come back a smidgy, just a little bit, and then forward and hold them there. Here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let yourself go all the way back down. We're getting your feet on the ground, arms up for some triceps. This time with our triceps, if you would like to add a little core, I should have said that last time too, but go ahead, add a little core if you need it. You can bring those feet to tabletop, straight, alternating, tapping the ground, both tap the ground. You can coordinate that together. And if I do both, my both elbows want to bend with it. So, what one's gonna work for you today? Also, you can switch to your heavier weights if you want to. If you're feeling like you need a little more challenge today, all are good options. And 10 more. Here is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Setting those weights down to the side, wherever you want to put them. I'm going to roll over. I'll change directions at some point. It's not but rocking yourself up into the little dog. You can stretch the floor. Pulling those toes under so that you can bring yourself into a plank. You're only going to hold plank just for a second here so that you can bring that knee into the neck. In this pigeon, we'll spend a little longer in this one. So if you'd like to go down to your elbows or float out to the floor, wherever you have the ability to let you go, you'll have time to get there today. Breathing into that stretch. Big old nap down there. We're gonna hold this pigeon for 15 more seconds. So every time you breathe, let those muscles relax a little bit more. You know, melt into the floor, Max. Melt into the floor. Easier said than done, right?
Yeah, I thought that.
Bringing yourself back up to plank just so that you can switch sides, pulling that other knee. So again, you have plenty of time to ease into that from your hands, down to your elbows, or all the way flat on the floor.
Make sure to melt.
Melts into the mat there. Oh, just so good. Taking note, maybe one side was a little bit tighter than the other. Maybe more gentle to one side than the other. Push stretch too hard, the muscles will tend to be opposite and like rebel. So don't like push so hard into your stretch that like you're making that like surge. Then your muscles are going to be like, nope, we're not doing that. And then you don't want to get to there. You want to start like here and kind of let them like ease into it.
Actually, on the hip flexor side, what you want to do is kind of activate the hamstrings and then actually pull your pelvis into a better position so that your hip flexors won't feel so tight.
When you're like, I was about to say, like, I feel like our legs like at the same spot, although you're like.
It is.
Kind of more like.
I'm a-
Injuries.
I'm a little maybe shifted to the side, but yeah, and I cannot pull this leg out very far. Some people can. Some people have that flexibility. I do not. So I just try to kind of stay balanced on top of my knee to kind of where I can go, and then I go down from here, and I mean, I can always feel this is mine. Yes, for sure.
Your waist really. You need.
So, it is. Yes.
I need fairly like one start here.
Yeah. Nope. Right up the middle. All right, from here, have feet on there, wherever direction you feel like facing. You're gonna pull one foot up. You're gonna reach towards your knee, shin, ankle, toe, wherever you can reach, and then take that opposite arm, bring it up and over, and you're gonna get a nice stretch also in your lower back, but be gentle on your back. Don't try to stretch it too far. It will also get angry with you. And depending on your level of flexibility, you feel this kind of through the backside of your leg. You want it to hurt. Bring both feet out. You can start at one side, walk yourself across the other side, like a little mini stretch, and then pull that leg in. Reaching over the opposite arm. Take your time getting there. Oh, my low back on this side definitely feels it way more than the other side. Letting that leg go back to the side. Breathe forward. That's not very far forward, but you know, wherever you can reach. I blame my runner hips. They're tight. They just can't. They can't go any further.
I'll say, this is as far as I'm going right here. It's bad.
As always, feel free to continue to stretch, strengthen, do cardio, go outside. It's actually outside today. And just like that, we used up our half hour. Now you have to put away all your toys.